All right. The last episode of the year.
Yes, sir, man. Been a great almost 365. Almost a new year. Man. New year, huh? But it just makes me think back on, old memories, man. Like, y'all ever think that some teachers really shouldn't be in our public education system, man? Like, I just remember I had a teacher, I don't want to say their name or what they taught or whatever. I don't want to reveal their identity, but a couple of people who went to high school with me can attest to this. Like, this person, I remember they told a student, the student was basically telling them, like, oh, I want to, one day go to Georgia Tech and become an engineer and stuff. And, okay, in high school, like, they might not have been the sharpest knife in the drawer, the brightest student, but she would tell them, like, oh, man, I don't think that's for you. Like, you're never going to make it there. Like, you're setting your goals, your dreams too high. Like, and this person was in our, public education system, so.
That's like
nah, that's essential.
That's a rap song right there.
That's essential?
Yeah, you need haters to thrive.
That teacher was like, I'll be the hater today. He needs it in his life.
She was hoping one day he makes it and, like, goes back and it's like,
yeah,
man, I remember my teacher told me I couldn't make it.
So I did that on purpose. You're welcome.
But I mean, like, shoot, I mean, what do y'all really think about that, though? Like,
yeah.
Sorry,
honestly,
I
feel
some,
like you
background sound effects right now. But yeah, go ahead.
Honestly, I feel when you're young, you put so much high standards for teachers. But then the older you get, you realize, oh, these people are really fuck-ups just like me when I was growing up. They were no different.
Yeah, what does it take for a teacher to say that? Like, what's going on in their lives, right?
Yeah.
They must fucking...
They're just regular people, too. Who knows what they have going on.
Mm-hmm. But I just feel like, as an educator and stuff, like, even though you may see, like, a student is, like, struggling or something, you should, like, tell them, like, as a teacher, when you see somebody like that, it should motivate you to be like, okay, you might not be there right now, but I'm going to motivate you and, show you how you can, like, improve and one day achieve that. Because, I mean, that was, like, my 10th grade teacher. Like, the kid wasn't, like, completely lost. He had junior and senior year to turn things around. So, yeah. I mean, that was that.
In a sense, that teacher probably gave up on herself.
She gave him a reality check. You can see it like that.
Where is he now?
Yeah, where is he now?
Is he in NASA?
Well, he's not in NASA, but he did graduate and he's an engineer.
See?
Not from Georgia Tech, but he became an engineer. Like,
Close enough.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Then props to the teacher, Yeah.
that woke him up, like the teacher telling him, like, oh, you're never going to make it. He was like, oh, I'm going to show you. That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, before we get to talking about too much about the future, what are you guys smoking on right now?
We were talking about the past, though.
Before we go too far into it.
What are you guys smoking?
We'll start on that side
I'm
of the
smoking the Olmec by Foundation, the Claro. I smoked the Maduro like 2 days ago. That one was really good. Starting off, it just feels like a little less tame. Like, I don't taste like the nuttiness in this one. It's like more spice for some reason, even though it's a Claro, but still like it. So, what are you smoking, Mr. A?
Eileen's Dream by Gao. It's like a nice...
CAO?
Yeah. Bacao. Good taste. Sweet. Can't complain.
Like, what flavor are you getting from that?
Not tobacco.
Yeah, it's a flavored cigar, right?
Yeah, I think so. Tastes like Eileen's Dream.
What's she dreaming about? Or he? I mean, nowadays, anyone can be named Eileen.
Like some sort of pastry.
like, is it an Asian pastry, European pastry, like
I think Eileen's
African
white. Probably
So-
European.
What, Eileen can't travel? What if she traveled to some part of...
Nah.
She's dreaming about some Asian or African pastry. Like,
African pastry. That's crazy.
hey, man, they have pastry.
What'd you just call her?
Wow. All right. What about you, J-Man?
Smoking the Padron 50th Natural. One of the goats from the Padron line. Well, at least that's what people say. It's my first time smoking it. So far, it's pretty good. Light spice, light pepper on the tongue. And I'm getting this Concord grape flavor that's pretty good, honestly. Even off the initial light, it was very smooth texture. I wouldn't say creamy necessarily, but it's pretty good so far.
Wow.
What about you?
Awesome. Well, I'm smoking this El Mago. Yeah, I mean, y'all see this B-roll, right? It's so beautiful. Look at all that tooth on the cigar. Wow.
He likes the texture when it
Yeah.
touches his lips.
The most toothy cigar I've ever seen. Freaking cigar reminding me of me right now. Fucking, for some reason, I just started...
Where's this going?
For some reason, shit just started breaking out all of my fucking face. But yeah, the toothiness of this cigar, that band, nice band art. And yeah, I mean, off of the initial combustion, this is actually one of the best initial combustions I've had. It's not like, you know, in your face, offensive, anything. It's just a nice, creamy, like extremely creamy chocolate taste to it. It's like milk chocolate, like 90% milk, 10% cocoa.
Oh.
That's the best way I can describe it. With like the finish of some nice nutmeg.
That's a pretty nice band too.
Yeah.
Put it closer to your face.
But
Damn, you still going? All right.
yeah, like I just want to
We all did 30 seconds. You're here.
No,
like,
I just want to. I just want to say that, you know, this time around, the B-roll is immaculate thanks to Mr. E over here. Mr. E set up this great B-roll, and that's why y'all just seen 4 amazing clips, man. Just let's run it back for them one more time. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we can do it right now. Intermission.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, y'all can thank Mr. E, man. He's our production manager, director, owner of the lounge. He doesn't own us.
You see this table? He owns this table.
Oh,
Understand that?
and if y'all also notice, something else changed. This nice Arturo Fuente ashtray, courtesy of Mr. J over here. Beautiful ashtray. It's got well, these 3 I can recognize. I don't know who she is.
Bro, we were smoking out of like plastic hearts. We didn't even have a real cigar.
Yeah, I bought this ashtray and they still got me smoking out of it. Fucked up world we live in.
Oh man. Yeah, but I mean,
Wait, what's the next upgrade we're gonna get for the table?
Another ashtray. We need cigar stands, I feel like. Those aren't really that expensive either.
Mm.
You can buy them from smoking accessory kits and stuff like that. They're worth it.
We need quality lighters. These
Yeah.
are all shit, you know.
Hey, when you get them on a deal website, how long do you think they're gonna last?
yeah, man. I mean, listen. You can't beat $10, guys.
Yeah, you used it well over 10 times, so.
This lighter, look at this, y'all. Like, it's not just a lighter. It comes with a cigar pick, a V cutter.
But now you gotta
The
bang
V cutter
that
that, you know, sometimes, you know, most of the time it gets stuck now, but trust me, I can get it open because you see, I cut this cigar somehow. and a punch.
This is how I look at it. Your cigar costs more than
Yeah, then the lighter. That's
yeah,
crazy,
than the
right?
lighter.
And then also,
Crazy.
I can hold my cigar on the lighter. You see, for $10, I mean, it's a jack of all trades, master of none.
Open the cutter.
Yeah, but I want to throw that shit away already.
Open
you
the
know?
cutter.
Oh, you see? It does open up, yo. It does open up.
Only at the expense of the viewers' ears.
Oh man, but I mean, do y'all have any like stories about your high school teachers? Like any, maybe not as tragic as that last one, but any funny stories?
Man, they were touching kids. Or trying to.
Trying to. What are you
You know, mine went from like a kind of like motivational tragic to like yours just went like you jumped off the porch with that one. But I feel like every school there was some teacher touching kids. Did y'all have?
Yeah, we had a teacher that touched kids and actually got caught too.
Damn.
She waited until we graduated and then snitched. He
Damn.
lost his job and everything.
Damn.
Wait, she didn't do it while she was still in school?
What do you mean?
No, it happened during school, but she told
She
him.
waited until after she walked.
Oh. Damn.
Damn, maybe like he was saying like he was threatening her like if you snitch I'm gonna fail you and you don't graduate.
Oh.
I mean some people really do that and they gaslight the person, but like the girl didn't realize, wait, if you get fired you can't fail me, I'm gonna automatically pass because you just fucking committed like assault. But in the moment I guess she didn't realize.
Yeah.
Anyone
can follow that?
Don't touch kids.
Yeah, do not touch kids.
Yeah, what happened to that teacher? Like, what's the story?
Oh, there were multiple.
Yeah, there were multiples,
teachers.
but this one in particular, she was like, I think she just recently got like a divorce, and like she.
Where were those teachers at when I was going to school?
Yeah.
Yo,
man.
she
Who
was not
snitched
pretty.
on her? Like, what?
Who cares
No.
if she was pretty? A
Faggy
15,
snitch on
16 year
Yo.
old. No
my
matter. She's
God.
pretty.
Yeah, she was like obsessed with this kid. So like he showed me like the email that he sent her. I mean, she sent him on like Valentine's Day. Like she wrote like a whole love poem for him, and like yeah, she snuck back in school to see him, and then like they like, had to like escort her out and stuff.
Damn.
That's
Wait,
pretty
did you
crazy.
snitch?
No, I only found out after everything happened.
You're the hater, man.
Whoa.
She wasn't even pretty like that, man. I had to tell on her ass.
But she was. Yeah, she was. Ooh.
Man,
She was it?
she wasn't.
Oh,
she
I know
wasn't.
that story too. Y'all thought that was a crazy story. I got another fucking crazy story. This motherfucker in my grade, like they had sexual relations with their cousin. You remember that, dude?
I don't know if I remember that, dude. No.
But
Who was out here fucking their cousin?
you don't remember that story? I don't want to say their name, but anyway, so you don't remember anyways, like they had sexual relations with their cousin, and they went and told one of our mutual friends. See, I can't be saying no names here, but like they told one of our mutual friends and were kind of like bragging about it to him. And then the mutual friend of ours, like he was like, "Yo, like, can you keep this to yourself?
That's
Like,
incense.
I just really don't like want to hear this no more. If you keep on telling me about it, I'm gonna have to like report you." And he kept on telling him about it, and like he didn't report him at first. He just went to his other cousin, like the cousin of the incest guy.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yo, you know your cousin is like committing incest," and then the dude ended up going to the counselor and snitching on himself. He was like, "Hey, I'm having sexual relations with my cousin, and I really need some help."
When you're a counselor at a school and you hear shit like that, you're like, what do you do? You know, you have to hold complete composure, but you're just there and you're probably just laughing your ass off on the inside. You're like, this kid has to tell you something. It's gonna change his life. You think he's like, oh man, this kid wants to kill himself or something crazy. He comes in, he's like, I just fucked my cousin
Multiple times.
You're just like,
Oh my god.
Yep.
trying not to laugh and shit.
But it was like not like rape, right? That'd be crazy.
it was consensual, but I feel like the dude was. I mean, at that age, like no, listen, hear me, because
Wait a minute.
it is consensual completely. But like I'm saying, at that age, I feel like I think she just came to America or something. There might have been some kind of, I don't know, the whole dynamic
Some
between them.
confusion. Like,
Confusion of who it
Not
was.
confusion, but like
You're not
manipulation.
You're not really my cousin.
You know, like at the time, like I feel like it was some. But you know what? Yeah, that happened in my high school, y'all.
Damn, who
Crazy.
is it? That's interesting.
What? I swear, like we
Yeah,
all
maybe I
told you
did
this
know.
story, but like you must have forgotten.
Yeah.
the
what does
person.
it rhyme with?
No, I can't. It's,
Yo,
it's too obvious,
Can't you
man.
just blank it out?
It's too obvious, man.
Yeah, just blank it out.
Okay, like the name starts with a C. You remember now?
C.
Carly,
Castillo.
Curtis.
Christian.
We went to school with a Curtis.
Kuminga.
With a Kaminga. We went to school with a Kaminga.
Yo.
I like how he's
They're all
naming his
Yeah,
name.
I'm just throwing some names out there. They gotta be like international.
Clarice.
Cause you say
Clarissa.
Clarico.
You know what? I'll just tell you the name after the cut. Like we're gonna
Okay.
cut, and I swear you've heard the story before, but
Probably.
yeah, y'all had any crazy? I mean, another story. This isn't like sexual or anything, but like another story I had of high school was this one robotics teacher. He was like he taught engineering. Well, it wasn't that. Well, okay, there's two robotics stories, but this one isn't that bad. Like he was teaching one day, and our school had like a huge population of like Nepalese kids, and
Napoleons. We had a clan of Napoleons at our school.
and they like immigrated over here, and they ended up at a high school. But one day, they went into like this closet in the basement of the building to start smoking like weed, and like it was like 10 of them in that closet just smoking weed in there. He opened the closet, saw them, and then he closed the door and locked it.
Oh
And
my god.
he locked it, and like they were banging on. Hey, you motherfucker, let us in! And like he called security, and yeah, got all of them.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's a hilarious story.
Yeah, I didn't know that happened.
Did you guys used to have senior pranks?
Yeah. I think one kid put like bleach and like balloons and started like throwing them.
That's not a prank.
No,
that's,
that's
that's chemical warfare.
Yeah, that's that.
It was during senior prank week or whatever, and he did that shit. And we all had to go outside of school. The cops came. And, like, I don't know who went blind, but like,
No, you could definitely go blind.
Yeah, that's not a prank. That's fucking
Dude,
acid attack.
that's insane. All we did was like draw dicks into the field and shit. This man,
Alright.
this man was fighting for his life at his school.
You know, talking about drawing dicks in the field, you remember at high school they spray painted dicks all on like the gym windows?
Oh.
You remember that shit?
That was at our school too.
prank we did. We went to Spencer's and got like the glass vials with the fart smell. And you like break it, you like throw it. We got a whole bunch of those, and then that was in like 8th grade, I think. And then, yeah, we ran through the halls and like just dropped them. It smelled like shit, man. Like, whoa. That was so fun, man.
Legit turds just
That
being
was
dropped
so
on the
fun.
ground.
Bro, why do I feel like someone did that when I was in 7th grade at my middle school? Because one day after like we were in class and like when the bell rung and everyone was sleeping, I just remember it was chaos in the hallway, and like one of the kids just screamed out like, "I can taste it!" It was too funny. Holy shit! Damn.
I'm not proud of this one, but man, we used to torture our literature teacher, Mrs. Cox.
We put out the name and everything.
We used to make her
love
cry.
it.
She used to cry all the time. Like it was
Oh
me and my
my
friend,
God.
because we would just like just have conversations and talk or like throw the ball, but like ignore her the whole time. So she would like tell us stop. we would just ignore and keep like doing what we do, and then I don't know, she couldn't handle it. She would just cry.
Oh,
cry.
That's crazy. She didn't like write y'all up, nothing.
Yeah, she did write us up, but like we kept doing it. Like
that's crazy. Y'all were terrible.
that was I feel bad
Y'all
for that.
badass
Yeah.
kids.
Holy shit. Let's see what else happened. I remember freshman or sophomore year, we had a new gym teacher. Well, he was teaching like health, and like for some reason, one of the kids started like disrespecting him, just saying all sorts of like insults and stuff to him. And he's like, "Yo, man, like you need to calm down, or I'm gonna hurt you." And the kid thought like, "Oh, you're not gonna hurt me. You're like the teacher." And he kept on going, and like oh my gosh, the teacher whooped his ass so bad. And the school still rehired him back.
Yeah.
They were like, "We need your talents, like at this school
We need
to
a
keep,
man like you to
to
stay
keep these
around."
children in line." Like he picked them up from like the teacher was on this side of the table, the kid was there. He grabbed them from this side of the table and dragged them all the way over, and just started like wailing on them. I was like,
Damn.
"Holy shit!"
Were you there? You saw that?
Yeah, I was in health class because the kid was like, I don't know, for some reason just started like joking with this guy, but it wasn't even jokes. He was saying like terrible things about his mother and like everything. He's like, yo, like, you know, like you gotta calm down. Like I'm giving you a warning. And the kid was like, "You're not gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do shit." And he definitely did shit. Like,
The kid probably shit himself after that. That's crazy.
We really went to a badass school because, like, I started my senior year, like, the counselor got jumped by, like, 2 students. Because, like, I don't know if you remember, you know, Mr. Nellums?
yep, the bow tie guy.
Yeah, he got jumped in the last year, I'm pretty sure. Because, like, I don't know, he took some kid's phone. So, like, 2 kids ran up on him, started hitting him
That's crazy.
in the restroom. I was like, damn.
Damn, over a cell phone. That's crazy.
Even teachers are safe.
But that dude was actually kind of, he could have handled his own. Who
Nah.
the fuck jumped him? Football players?
No,
Because that dude was not a little, like, guy. He was,
yeah, he's pretty big, but
big
like
dude.
he's like the creepy dude, you know. Like some of my friends, I mean, in high school was like, you know, like he will like, you know, dress code you and look at you weird, and like, you know, he got sent to Lakeside. I don't know if you want to blur all these names, but
I mean, they're not important. Hopefully. I mean, I don't know, man.
allegations. These are not
Allegations.
true allegations.
But you know, kids at the end of the day, they are pretty fucked up, man. Now that you told me that story, I did remember. You remember there was this one teacher. He taught like biology or oceanography. You remember him? Like this dude, like he wasn't like the best put together person. And you know, I didn't pay him any mind, but I learned of his story after the fact that his wife and kid both died in like a car crash. And like he was just, you know, you remember Dr. I don't want to say his name, but yeah, but like he just didn't look
You
like.
guys said like 5 other teachers' names. He's like, I don't want to say this guy's name.
You
Yeah,
should have
like,
watched this, man.
I don't know, man. You never know. He might be out there smoking a cigar at home all by himself. 'Cause he ain't got shit to do now.
Because you don't got a family.
Oh my god!
Oh god, this just turned crazy.
Yo, we gotta change the subject. He just killed it. Bro.
See, I told y'all, man. Kids are terrible, man. But yeah, like kids used to like always make fun of him and like say like these mean things about him. And I mean, I don't know. I didn't know that about him. And then when I learned it, I was like, damn, y'all are terrible. Holy moly. But yeah, such is life, I guess.
Do y'all remember of like the kid who always got bullied? Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
is there that kid in your school?
Yes.
It's sad. Like,
I
Well,
don't really remember having a kid that always got bullied at my school. I can't remember something like that. I also barely went to school, so that probably doesn't help.
you just stayed home or like
I
just fucked
just-
off?
Fucked off, did random shit. Wouldn't want to wake up in time. Still graduated though.
Yeah, I remember there was a kid that always got bullied or outcasted, but the reason being is, like, he gave off the vibes of a school shooter, which now looking back, the fact that these people were so bold, they're like, damn, we maybe shouldn't mess with that guy, because one wrong, bully move or day, and next day we come back and it's Columbine up in here. But
Was he Asian or white?
he was white. That's kind of fucked up. How many school shooters? There's only been one, man. Why? But yeah, like he was this white kid, and people still bullied him. Like, even though he gave off that vibe, they were not scared. I was like, man, this is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, there was this one girl. I don't know why. They just, the pep rallies. She used to be like one of the like dancers, but like I don't know. Everyone hated her, but like her weave fell out during that time. Everyone laughed, like the whole fucking stadium, like.
Oh,
and
that gotta be traumatizing. Oh
and
my
just
god.
a whole bunch of like stuff like that. Like I think she like dropped her weave like 3 times and shit. Like, and she cried every single time.
Damn.
I just felt bad for her. I saw her at the Walmart the other
Really?
day. I'm like trying to ignore her. Like,
Does she recognize you?
I see you on YouTube.
Oh man. But yeah, so let me cut this real quick. But before we go to the cut, y'all, I just wanna put y'all on again to
Put
this
y'all on, y'all.
delicious company. It's called Boiling Bottling Co.
You just lost.
it's
the
not
fucking
Dr.
sponsor.
Boylan, right?
I don't know, Doctor, Mister,
You just
Mrs.
lost-
It don't matter.
You lost
man.
the fucking sponsor already.
It just tastes good. Like, I don't really drink alcohol with my cigars. The only other thing I drink is, I actually never drank soft drinks or sugary beverages either. But ever since I started picking up cigars, I think Boylan has been my favorite, beverage so far. I mean, this root beer, it's just made with pure cane sugar. It just tastes so good. It leaves like
let him hit the palate with it. Let me
it's
get
like
us. Let me get us
initial,
for
it's like root beer, but it leaves this nice finish of almost like what he was talking about, the Padron. Like, it's like that grape pop kind of flavor to it.
you.
Would you agree?
Yeah, it's good,
Right?
It
huh?
has like a fruity aftertaste.
You see? Boiling, y'all. For those who
Very
don't
different.
drink any alcoholic beverage and looking for some alternative, always go with Boiling. Unless we have 23 essences.
Wait, I gotta make sure I'm like thinking of the right one.
All right, guys. What were we talking about again?
We back. But yeah, Boiling.
What if that's not even how you say it?
I don't know how to say it, y'all, but Boilan,
Byland.
Bylan.
This is the
I don't know, man, but it's a good beverage.
This dude?
Hey, man, put that shit away, man.
Oh.
Put that shit away.
Let's show the other angle. Let's show the other angle,
God
man. Just like to make sure, man. Down.
That was his social security number, by the way, guys. We had to cut that.
But oh my gosh, yeah, this cigar has such a nice burn line. Like, I haven't had to touch it up. Pretty nice, even burn. Yeah, man, the toothiest cigar that I've smoked.
How do you
Crazy.
like it so far?
Really good. Like the nice chocolate bar. Like, it's not as chocolatey as the Judge. I feel like this is more like cream forward with the chocolate undertone. The Judge is more chocolate forward. So, yeah. Great brand. You have like a few other El Magos.
Yeah, I have a Maduro. I have a Connecticut one, I believe. And I would like to say an anniversary release. I can't remember, to be honest. But originally it was a very small brand coming out of Florida, and they only sold to local brick and mortars in Florida. I'm pretty sure they're getting bigger now. You can probably start finding it around different cigar lounges or cigar shops now, but I originally bought that cigar probably 2 years ago. And yeah, it's still a relatively new cigar brand. So if you guys find those, check them out.
Nice. How's your Padron?
The Padron's good. Honestly, I feel like I'm smoking it way too fast. This thing was huge, and now it's... I don't know, the construction was just going so well, and the flavors were so consistent. It was really good. I couldn't help but to smoke it down so fast. But it's a good cigar. Would I say it blew my mind so far? I wouldn't say that, but it was something I would definitely smoke again. But for 40 or 50 bucks, I don't know.
Maybe
bucks,
New Year's 2025.
Yeah.
We'll see it again, yeah.
Yeah. 50 bucks, I think, is how much this cigar costs.
Sheesh.
$50 for 50 years.
Something like that.
How's Eileen's dream? Is it like a dry or a wet dream?
It's a medium.
Yeah,
It's a he woke up right before he finished.
medium wet.
Medium wet. Damn.
Yeah.
So you would revisit that cigar?
Nah. But like,
The acids are better.
yeah, it's like a stronger flavor at the acid, and like I don't know, it's a lot harder to pull. This one, it's like thinner. The acids are like thick, so you get more pull per circumference.
Zoom in on that. Zoom in
No,
Yeah,
fuck.
insane that
On
you have
the
to do that
fucking
kind of
on the
hand
fucking-
motion.
It's just the shape of it.
You just fucking
You have to
gurped
use
it
two
at the same
hands,
time. It's like...
Okay, how about you, Mr. E? How
Nah,
about,
finish what
Wait,
you're saying.
but I do gotta say though, they might have a tougher time pulling because the humidor that you got it from, like the place you got it from, might have over humidified your cigar, and it made the tobacco like more.
He also left it out here last night when it
Was it from that place we went to?
Yeah, that place we went to. Yeah,
No, he
No,
left it
man,
out.
and he,
last night.
but then also last night he brought it out. He wanted to smoke it, but then he decided not to, and then he left it out here overnight, and it rained, so that also contributes to it too. All that
Probably over
humidity.
humidified it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's lit then, I guess.
The Olmec Claro, it's like a tame version of the Maduro, with like more like a nutmeg spices, like cinnamon spice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like those spices in my cigars a lot, you know. But it's alright. I would rather smoke the Maduro. I won't smoke this one again though.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of people prefer the Claro to the Maduro,
Really?
but you like the Maduro better?
Mhm. I think it's like also like the smoke feel. It's like chewier. It's like
The tobacco smoke is thicker.
Mhm.
It's more creamy texture.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, there you go. You know, different. That's how you know. Like, cigars is such a cool thing where it's like, even though like majority of people might say they love it, you might smoke it and you'd be like, nah, I don't really like it like that. It's kind of
That's-
like me right now with like Padrones. Like, I smoked the 1926, I smoked the 1964 anniversary. Both of them were just, they're good cigars, but it's not two cigars where like, if someone was entering the game, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, you know, you should try those two cigars. Like, it wouldn't come to my mind immediately. But yeah, that's the beauty of it, man.
And I think next episode we're gonna start smoking like all the same cigars, you know,
Yeah.
At least every other episode.
or every
is-
other. Yeah.
We should just do a thing where we take turns. Like, everyone just comes into the group, like, what's the budget for this week? Everyone gives you a price we agree on, and you just have to show up and unban all the cigars. So we just
determine if we really like it or not.
yeah, like no ban, no nothing. At the end of the episode, you review it. It's like you guys have been smoking on Gurkhas.
Fuck, I loved it. That's the true way to do it, to make sure it's unbiased. you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and but yeah, like, all right, like another funny, you know, growing up, y'all, like, I was always confused about the Boy Scouts of America. Like, listen,
That's so random.
listen. Like, it's gonna lead somewhere, but listen, like, whenever I think of the name, like, Boy Scouts of America, doesn't that strike y'all weird? Like, y'all are scouting boys in
Oh,
America.
gosh.
Like,
Oh, okay.
these grown
No,
men.
it's boys scouting the land. That's what you're getting badges for.
Hey, listen, but look, even they realized it's wrong because they just recently changed their name to Scouting America. It's not even
They were
called Boy
they were
Scouts.
they were called, even before then they were called Cub Scouts because they didn't want to separate the girls and the boys anymore. They just wanted to make it one thing. So they changed it to Cub Scouts, and now it's whatever you just
Scouting America, yeah. But you see, even they realize the errors of their way. Like,
Yo, Cub Scouts aren't like gay men called like bears or some shit.
yeah,
right? Yo, there's a connection there, man.
you see.
Oh my god.
But man, anyways,
or
man.
just kids having fun.
No, a lot of them got raped and stuff.
Yeah, like you know, like
Oh, shit.
a lot of those Boy Scouts, you don't hear the stories where like it was like actual pedophilia
I
going
mean, I feel like it's just like, give them a perfect opportunity to do what they want to do.
Yeah, I just feel like it's
So,
Boy
like-
Scouts was such a big thing too. Of course, there's gonna be some fucking weirdos in it.
on.
Were you in it?
No,
Was that? Oh, okay.
I would have done it though. I knew people that did it. That nothing crazy happened.
Oh.
to them at least.
You never know, man. But anyways, the reason I listen, the only reason I brought that up is because there was this one kid, okay, in my elementary school. He came in like every other week in the full Boy Scouts uniform, and he would have these badges on his like Boy Scout sash or whatever, And I remember vividly, he was bragging about this one badge he got. It was the knot tying one. Let me tell y'all why this is so funny to me, okay? This motherfucker got the knot tying badge. He was always tying his fucking shoelaces. Like, you tell me you got that fucking badge and you don't know how to tie your shoelaces. But anyways, like, one day, like, after lunch, we were outside the cafeteria. The bathroom is, like, right across the door to the cafeteria. We went, and right after he was done, this dude started tying his shoes again. And, he was, like, kind of, like, hunched over tying his shoes. I went up to him, and, like, I was just joking around. I'm like, oh man, this is a good place. It looks like a table. And I put my elbow on his back, like just like this. Bro, he got up and he started crying. Like bawling, like straight crying. He went and told the teacher, like, oh, my back hurts and this and that. Bro, I missed recess that day and I had to write a letter apologizing to this guy.
You done blew that boy back out.
Because I did, like, all I did was...
Yo, how hard did you hit him?
No, I didn't. I
This is
look,
biased.
Yeah.
No, look, like right now, I swear on, there are friends that were there that witnessed that incident. Like I can bring it back up, but like I swear on my life and my mother's life. Like I walked up to him and it was like this. If I like jumped up and I did this, then I would understand. But like it was like he was like tying his shoes. I'm like, oh man, let me rest right here real quick. I did just like this.
Pinch the nerve, bro. God dang.
I don't know, but he started bawling, and I was like, motherfucker got this fucking knot tying badge. Boy crying like a little man. That shit pissed me off so much, and ever since that day, I never fucking like. And before, we were like, he would like talk to me, and we would like, be cool and stuff. But ever since that incident, I never looked at him the same again. I'm like, bro, please stay away from me. I want nothing to do with you no more. Like, you a bitch. Like. But yep, Boy Scouts of America, y'all.
Maybe it's because you snuck up behind him.
I didn't snuck up behind. I stood side by side.
And it's like trauma, And it's like,
oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
All right, man.
The real detective here.
He felt the warmth of your hand and was over there.
He started crying. Oh man, I guess he went through a lot for that knot tying badge.
we used to just like punch each other in the. Like we used to be like, hey, you got something down there. If you look, you'll get like punched in the stomach. That was in middle school, like 6th grade, I think. Bro,
which middle school are you going to?
I did that too.
Oh my god.
I
You do the
my
nut checks
air.
and stuff.
Yeah, nut checks.
I mean, we used to do shit like this,
Yeah, I slapped your neck.
and like they used to like neck, like neck you. If you
Now I was watching it, but man, remember the trust fall?
I used to
Yeah.
do those all the time.
Bro, they did this kid dirty. Like we were in the classroom. They're like, all right, yeah, fall. We're gonna catch you. This guy falls, busts his head like on the fucking floor, and they're all laughing and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah.
What can you even do,
What's up? Laugh, not laugh.
Enjoy the moment. I'm just kidding.
Fucking
Just kidding.
laugh.
Oh,
I remember that. I still remember the sound. I was like, luckily he just like I mean, he was like,
It wasn't like bleeding.
No, it wasn't
a lot?
bleeding.
He snapped his leg or something?
My gosh.
no,
No, he hit his head.
Oh, hit his head.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's so fucked up though. Like trust issues for life after
Heck
that.
yeah. All I remember, like, now that you said, like, bust their head, like, I remember there was this one kid that he would, like, you know, the railings on the stairs, you would, like, sit on it and slide down. This dude was, I don't know, he just shouldn't have, you know, he's just someone that clearly uncoordinated, shouldn't have even tried it. But he, like, slid down the railing and he, like, went backwards and he hit his head on the edge of, like, you know, the stairs, leaking. Like, blood all on the stairs. We were like, oh, like, when I saw that, I was like, yep. I just turned around, went the other way. Like, I was like, yeah, clean that up. I'm not going to see that. It was just crazy blood on the staircase. I was like, oh, no. Yeah. Yeah.
What do
Crazy
you even
times,
do
yo.
in a situation like that?
Get a grown-up
Yeah.
and tell them to call 911 because, yeah, I don't think, I mean, we had cell phones back then. It was like, I had like that fucking Nokia brick, that like metal one that like slide up and down. I don't even think I could call 911. I didn't even know how to, I was scared. Hello, 911. This is middle school call.
You're not gonna arrest me too, are you? I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
He's dead. He's like, bro, chill.
This guy used to wear like a helmet because he was in our classroom. He used to have seizures in the class. Man, it was the scariest thing. Like, because we're all like taking a test or something. Like fucking fall down on the ground, and it's like we all had to like walk out the classroom. But it would happen every single time. It was like, fuck, like that shit was scary, man.
Oh my gosh.
You're like, fuck, I almost got the answer too. No, but that when shit like that happens, you realize how blessed you are, you know. Stuff like that is no one would want that.
I mean, definitely. I mean, I feel like that's like a blessing that all of us really take for granted. Like, we don't realize how blessed we are to be born with like good, like, you know, vision,
Working
hands, feet, everything. Like, for the most part, we're all like healthy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like we just think like, oh, this is a normal. Like, okay, for the maybe 8 times out of 10, it is a normal thing. But, you know, you'll see certain, like, conditions out of the 10 that you're just like, damn. Like, we know people that can't really fully enjoy life, just like a food allergy.
Yeah.
You can't eat, like, all the food in the world. Meanwhile, all of us are describing, like, oh, what does peanuts taste like? You know, stuff like that. And they're just like, damn, can't relate. Never have a PB&J sandwich, the most classic sandwich, man. Crazy.
Y'all still eat those?
I,
Yeah.
I had one today. Had me a Crustables today.
With a glass of milk, you know?
Yeah, fat ass glass of milk.
Talking about PB&J, man, are you a grape or a strawberry jelly man?
I always get grape. Classic.
My man.
I mean, I'm not against strawberry. I'd eat it.
Oh, great.
Grape?
But
Yeah, grape.
You can say strawberry. It's okay.
No,
man.
I'm a grape guy. I like grapes.
Why you say it so, like, unconfident, man?
I like grape.
You sound very reluctant. Like, you don't have to be mob mentality here, man.
Nah, man.
There's no wrong answer.
Yeah,
I get the
fit
follower.
Yo, I get the grapes uncrustable.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the best.
All right.
He said, okay. He had a gun. He had a gun under his head. Pointed at him. Just making sure. Dang or not.
But yeah, like, talk about PB&J. You remember when we went out to the West trip? That's all we fucking ate. Like, before we went on the hiking on the trails, all of us would make like 2 or 3 PB&J sandwiches. We ate so many sandwiches during that trip.
Probably a whole loaf of bread each.
Yeah.
Fat as shit.
Bro, that trip was crazy, man. Like, we had like a little styrofoam cooler, and all we had in there was like, you know, camping food. But like, for the most part, we just ate PB&J sandwiches. It was just the easiest thing, you know. Just make 2 or 3 sandwiches, put it into our backpack. We're ready to go. But man, that trip was scary for me specifically. It was like one of my first big hiking trips. It was the first big hiking trip actually that I went on. And the very first trail we went on, I almost fucking died. Like, we went on we hiked the Black Canyon of the Gunnison out in Colorado. And while we were hiking down, it was like kind of like you had to like it was rocks. There was no trail. It was just like boulders and stuff. Like we had to climb down, but like one of the boulders I was going and I just completely like lost my footing, and I remember I like slid on the boulder, and good thing in front of me there was a tree, so like I stuck my foot out and I stopped, because if that tree wasn't there, I would have just slid right off the boulder and just kept going. Like,
that's scary.
I was like, holy shit, main character energy.
Said, I'm that motherfucker.
And then also on that trip, y'all, like if y'all ever get to the bottom of the Black Canyon of the Gunnison and y'all see a big boulder and there's a little crevice underneath that boulder, you might find human shit. Yes, it was me.
This is all.
It was me.
I was gonna say this is all allegations, but
Oh man, a light turned off, huh? Oh, that light.
now we're in Mexico, guys. The lighting's changed. We changed the scenery.
But
to
yeah,
Tijuana.
I got to the bottom of the Black Canyon, and I mean, I just couldn't hold it. I just found like a big boulder. It was like maybe as tall as this, like like whole setup right here,
Yeah, I saw him.
and like underneath.
Oh.
It's like no,
Watching you, he's like, that looks like a good shit. No napkins, use the fucking sand.
no, we brought a baby wipes with us.
Hey, baby, what?
No, like, all of us had like like a little pack of baby wipes, man.
It's like, once you use all your baby wipes, don't you fucking ask to use mine?
Came prepared, man. You see. I also took a shit at the Rockies when we were hiking up to the Sky Pond. I think that was the name of the trail. Yeah.
It's preserved. That one's preserved.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I just couldn't fucking hold
You
it.
can still see it.
I also almost died on that trail too. You see, everywhere that I
Maybe
took
hiking's not your thing.
Yeah. everywhere that I took a shit, I almost died on. It's crazy.
Nature's
Maybe
like, you're gonna fucking die with this shit.
nature tried to get its lift back. But yeah, like on the way down, like we got to the top and everything, but like on the way down, the slope was like it was snow and ice. It was like slush, and like I was digging my foot into like the snow, getting a footing, and out of nowhere, like the snow was just too soft, I guess, and my footing just like came out from under me, and I started like sliding. And at the bottom of the slope, there were like two people. But like the woman was just sitting there for a while, and she wasn't moving. She was scared to go down. She had the tennis, the thing that looked like tennis rackets on her feet. So she was like, fine, but she wasn't moving. And I was just digging my foot into the snow as I was sliding, trying to like stop myself. And I stopped like literally like right before I like got to her, because if I didn't stop, I would have like kicked her.
The ledge was right there.
Yeah, the ledge was literally right there. If I didn't stop, I would have like bumped right into her. She would have been.
And then right after that, Mr. A slips.
The other Mr.
The
A.
other-
not-
Yeah, and I see him, and he's just like looking at me and sliding down.
No.
Like he gave up or he like froze or some shit. I was like, just reached out my hand. He's like,
No.
and I grabbed him. Yeah, but it's like he gave up or some shit. He would have died, or you would have pushed Tro down or some shit.
Mr. T. I like how he blurted out his name. Now I gotta freaking cut that part. But yeah, that's crazy. That reminded me of the painting in the Sistine Chapel. Like you were, he was a man and you were the Lord.
Yeah, just give me your hand, son.
Yeah, that was a fun trip, man. I definitely gotta go out there again.
I don't want to go there. You don't want to go there? Yeah, not from what you
You
guys
almost
just
died twice on one trip.
Listen, that was just
That's
me.
crazy.
That was just me. Y'all would have been okay.
Yeah, I was okay.
And the craziest part about that trip is even funnier. Like, although I almost died, all the pictures that I wanted to take were like on the edges. And like every time I asked them to take a picture for me, they're like, "No, bro, we're not doing that."
I got like pissed off because I was like in the Grand Canyon, like sitting on the edge, like getting closer as well. I'm like, what the?
They were like, "No, we're not taking that picture for you because if you fall off, we don't know what we're gonna like fucking do." Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, looking back, it was pretty crazy, man. But
You could have
we
been
still
one of those
here.
stories.
We here to we here to tell the story, man. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all the funny stories I was thinking of, Today, I mean, that's all the funny stories I had to tell for today. I mean,
This man was like, I know what I'm talking about. Y'all got some crazy stories from high school.
I mean, shit, man, I've told too many stories. Come on, somebody.
Nothing's
chime in.
happened like in your hiking trips, like
Oh, hiking trips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A fucking bear or something.
Yeah, I mean, the closest thing was like a bear, but like, it was a black bear looking the other way.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, but it wasn't real close, that's the only scary part, is like, if it started chasing us, but that's cool.
Like how close?
Like, I could smell it.
It
Smell
smelled
like wet dog. So if I'm like right here, right, it would be like over there, I guess. That
That's
wall.
close. That's close as shit.
Yeah, that's pretty close, but like, it was not looking at us. That's the thing.
It doesn't
That was
matter.
saying
Don't they say they can smell you over a mile away?
Yeah.
You're right
It's like
behind them.
weed and shit.
Yo. But like, it was like literally like on the right side, it's like a cliff, and then on the left side, it's like a road going through the mountain. So like, we thought there will be like no fucking bears up there.
What state was this?
But
Yellowstone,
yeah, it was a Yellowstone.
Wyoming. Wyoming, that's Yellowstone.
Yeah, I think so.
You ever seen the show Yellowstone?
I've heard of it.
Okay. Glad you brought that up. Because I watched like 3 seasons of it.
It's a good show. You like it?
Honestly, it's a soap opera.
It's a
It is
soap opera.
repetitive, and it revolves around the relationships of the TV show.
What is it
There's got to
about?
be drama in there. Basically about a family that owns the Yellowstone Ranch, or pretty much all the acreage in that area, and there's big corporations coming in trying to buy or do things to make them sell that land. The whole plot of this series is them fighting against.
Are the owners like Native Americans? Or
The owners are
like white
the owners are super cowboys,
Oh,
but there's a
okay.
son that is married to a Native American.
Like, it was cool at first, but after 3 seasons, I'm like, man, this is kind of like the reason I say that is because, it was just kind of like you get introduced to characters and the plot just like kind of unfolded so fast. Like, you never really like have this connection to a character that you have with other shows, like it was like kind of like, okay, here's Alex. Boom, Alex dies. Like, it was just like, no, like, okay, there's a backstory on him, why he does this, this and that. And like, it was just very, very quick. And it was just moving along. And yeah, but I will say though, like, the cinematography in that show was amazing.
really good,
Like,
yeah.
it was really good. Yeah. Could have, worked on the writing some more. But
It's a pretty good show.
I think the new season is out right now. Now that you brought it up, it's like on season 6, 7.
Yeah.
I guess no Yellowstone's gonna blow up.
The only reason I brought that up because there's one episode where there's a bus of Chinese people that go onto the Yellowstone land and they see either a moose or a bear and they want to take pictures with it. The guy in the Yellowstone's like, "This is all my land. You guys gotta get the fuck out of here."
Mm-hmm.
And one Chinese dude was like, "No man should own all this land." And he's like, "This is America." And started shooting in the air.
Yeah.
Oh.
And basically, you remind me of those Asian people out there looking at that bear like, "Oh, it's a bear."
Fuck no, dude. As soon as like we saw it, we like turned around. We didn't even keep walking the same direction or make any noise. Just started walking the other way. It was like 2 of us.
You were with your family.
Yeah, with my family, like we didn't have any bear spray. We had nothing. We're like still on the rim. We weren't going out in the woods yet.
The wilderness for you.
Yeah, that's scary, I guess.
I mean, but you've been on a lot of hikes, huh? Like, oh.
You saying?
Oh yeah. So before we cut, I was asking you, like, you've been on a lot of, hikes and stuff. Like, what is your let's start. Like, what is the most beautiful trail that you ever been on, and what's the most strenuous trail you've ever been on?
Strenuous gotta be like, it's like the North Cascades Trail, like the Golden Loop or something like that. Gold, I don't know what's called, it's Golden something. It's like 7 hour, 8 hour. You have to go through the mountains up to the top of the mountain. It's like a crest, like it goes around the whole thing. So you like go around the whole thing and then you loop back.
Damn.
Basically, it's like a big ass loop. That's pretty scary. I mean, that was pretty strenuous because it was just really long. But like the scariest, probably Angel's Landing. There was too many people. If there was no people during that time, it would have been like a little easier because the chains. But like, if you slip, you dead.
Yeah.
Because it's like nothing.
It's like basically this big of a path, and it's just chains.
And there's like it's only one way, so like you have to wait for the other side to come out before you go back in.
Mm-hmm.
And like while they're using the chain, you can't really grab onto it. So you're just like standing there waiting for them to pass, and it's like fucking high as hell.
Yeah.
Very scary.
What's the most beautiful?
Beautiful? Probably Rainier.
Rainier?
Yeah, Rainier was pretty.
Where's that?
Mount Rainier. It's in Washington, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rainier is cool, or like probably
Teton.
yeah, Grand Teton is pretty, but it was just small. It wasn't like maybe like Bryce Canyon. I like Bryce Canyon.
You like the hoodoos?
Yeah, it's like I just like rocks. It's like the colors are so vivid.
All right, Patrick.
Like rocks.
I like rocks.
All right.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What's the hardest and most beautiful trail you guys ever did?
Want to go first?
The hardest, I almost died of hypothermia in that hike. I was in Guatemala. There's this volcano called Acatenango. It's like, bro, it's a volcano, so it's all incline, right? And my hikes would start at 1 a.m. because it was like 5-6 hours.
Wasn't it that volcano? I like to tango. What did you say?
Yo, God, you racist. Wait a minute.
My bad.
Acatenango.
See? I like to tango.
Oh my.
That's
Okay,
the
my
most
bad.
ignorant
Yeah, that
American
is.
response ever.
my bad, but yeah.
Straight to jail.
Yeah, so I wanted to watch the sunrise, but before that I was at a bar until 1 a.m. So I got like pretty drunk, just because I don't know, I was nervous, and I think I just went to a bar because like calm my
Loosen up,
nerves.
yeah.
Yeah, they picked me up. We started hiking. From the get-go, it was hard.
You're
right?
dehydrated, lack of sleep.
Dehydrated, and then we met some like Europeans up there, some Brazilians and Europeans, and they had like liquor, and we started drinking shots because it was cold. I'm like, this is warming me up, right? And then we get to like almost to the peak of the volcano. He's like, all right, we could go the hard way up, and it's a better view, or we can take a detour and you won't see that view. I'm like, man, let's keep going. As soon as like 2 minutes in, there was like so much wind that was like pushing me down. There was rain, there was hail. Bro, I couldn't keep up. This guy was like walking too fast, and then it was so much like fog also.
The visibility was terrible.
I could not see him, and then so I was just like walking by myself for a second until I caught up to him.
That's scary.
And and I was wearing shorts and shit, and then we get to the peak, and that's when it gets even worse. It's like a whirlwind up there. It's like
It has like its almost own ecosystem or something.
And
that's insane.
Yeah, he was freaking out. He didn't know what to do. He was saying there was like this little metal shed up there because like 3 weeks ago, some like Salvadorians died of hypothermia. They got lost up there, so they made that little shed. We found it. We got in. Man, it was so cold in there. I just sat down and I was like, okay, I'm gonna calm down. And then we were there for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I was like shivering the whole time. I was like, fuck. I'm like, what are we gonna do? Like 15 minutes goes by, and then I stopped shaking. And then I just start feeling calm. I'm like, okay, all right.
Hypothermia actually setting in.
10 more minutes start going by, and I'm like, all right, this is feeling weird. I start getting up. I start doing like push-ups, jumping jacks. I still feel too calm. I'm not cold. I'm like, oh shit, is this happening right now? I'm like, oh fuck. And then the guy's just like chilling there. I'm like, yo, like we gotta get out and do something, you know? He's like, all right.
Keep your body warm.
We walk like 5 minutes, reach the ledge and walk down. It's like completely different weather, and we're fine. Yeah, but it was like so much, like you couldn't see shit. So it's like we didn't know where we were walking. And yeah, he made a fire, some hot chocolate, and I was good. Like,
Holy shit.
Bro, I just needed to cuddle a little bit.
Yeah. And the shitty part is there was so much fog. I saw nothing up there. Yeah.
You just said experience hell for a
Yeah.
second. That was crazy. That's a crazy hiking story.
Bro, it was...
Oh my gosh. What was the most beautiful? Like,
Beautiful hike. Man, I love the Grand Canyon. Just like walking all the way down, seeing all the views. Took some dope photos, you know? Like the orange rocks.
mm-hmm.
Did you go to that too?
Yeah, that was that same trip. Yeah, I gotta agree with him. The most beautiful hike for us, I think, was the Grand Canyon. Just because from the top looking down, right, you just see vast canyon. But when you're down into the canyon, it's like you just went into a portal. It's like when you're down there, you feel like, you know, Avatar, how they go into the chamber and they wake up in Pandora. When you're down there, when you're looking up now from the bottom of the canyon, looking up, like it's like we were up there, now we're in the fucking canyon, and it's just like complete open like terrain down there. And it was hilarious because we hiked to like a point in the canyon, and it was like groups of people there. We were taking photos. Everyone left except for us and this one other group, and we had some weed, and we looked at them and they looked at us, and we're like, y'all smoke? And it's like, hell yeah, we smoke. That's what we were waiting for. And both groups like sparked up, and we were just chatting to them, and like they were like smoking, we were smoking. And yeah, and but then again, that was also the most strenuous hike for me on that trip, because it was like switchbacks. So it's like this the whole time going up. Going down, we went down in like an hour and 30 minutes, how fast it was, but going up felt like 2 hours 30, maybe like 3 hours. And like at the second rest stop, there was this little girl. She was like throwing up in that bathroom. Like it sounded like an exorcism going on in the bathroom. And when she was done, she came out. She was like, I threw up.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
the other Mr. A was having a bad time. He was like throwing up. He was
Yeah.
like...
Because of the elevation, or?
That and like tiredness, I don't know.
Yeah, y'all went during the summer, like when it's hotter, or
May.
That's
It was
pretty
this year?
hot.
No, that was 2019.
Yeah, and the deeper you got, the warmer and hotter it got.
Mm.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Cause I just remember going to Grand Canyon during the winter time, dude. So like I had my Roshis on, and then I was like as you were going down, even to like the first checkpoint, like you were slipping. Like this lady was like grabbing onto me because she like slid down the thing almost to the edge.
Was there ice? That's why.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything's iced over, you know.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of scary because there's like really no ledge.
I found $20 on the trail. I
Oh.
was just walking. I found $20. I'm like, yeah.
He did something for that 20. So I'm gonna hang out with this group for a little bit.
In the middle of nowhere, I was like,
You know, it's crazy that whole trip. Like, we shouldn't have been able to hike a lot of those trails. Like the Grand Canyon, the night before we hiked, we got there and it was a snowstorm. And we had to like camp out of a McDonald's. Like we ate some McDonald's near the canyon and we slept in the car that night. Because you remember it was
You guys
snow.
rented a car?
Yeah, we had a car. Like
What kind of car was
like
it?
a kind of those vans kind of.
Y'all had a
Sedans.
Bro,
I had a little bed in the back, and y'all was
No, no,
it
no.
was so cold in the car, and we were scared because we were scared of dying from like
the battery dying or something.
no, like the
Like CO2.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So we were like turn off the car for a bit,
Mhm.
open the windows, turn it back on.
Yeah.
That really only happens if you're in a closed environment.
I don't know. We were high the whole trip, so we were paranoid.
Man, but it was crazy. We shouldn't have been able to hike that trail, but the next day we went there. We were able to hike down, camped there for a night, came back up the next day, and then the Rockies up to Sky Pond, because we went to this outfit, and like we had to rent the snow chains to put on our shoes, and we were like, hey, do you think we can hike up there? And he was like, yeah, y'all shouldn't even hike, like it's gonna be broken ankles, it's not even worth it and stuff like that. And we're like, fuck it. Like, we got the snow chains, and like we made it all the way to the top. So, you know, everything worked out. And like the funny part was like at the beginning of the Rockies, we were walking with the snow chain. It was like nice gripping onto the floor. These two dudes like kind of next to us, they were hiking and they were slipping and stuff, and they were looking at us and like, yo, do those actually work? And we were just like, I mean, we're not slipping, you're slipping, like
He's like, can I borrow them real quick?
you tell me, like, do they actually work? Yeah, but now that the year's coming to an end, man, great memories, and, you know, hopefully 2025, we make even more memories, more cigars. This is just the beginning. But,
2025, Tampa, baby.
Tampa.
Going to Tampa.
Yeah.
We're going to go visit the Mecca.
Yep.
Hopefully shoot a couple pods out there.
What's his name? Is it Carlos or Carlito? Who's the...
Arturo Fuente.
Oh, that's his name? Arturo Fuente Jr.?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think so. It's true.
Okay. We're gonna see you soon, Artie. But yeah, I mean, smoking this El Mago, I'm like on the final third now. It's been a good cigar all the way through. Like still very heavy, like cream forward. Now it's like the cocoa's coming out, so it might be like a 30-70, like chocolate to cream ratio. And now like on the finish, I'm getting that nice like slight toasted coconut taste too. So I would give this cigar like a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. It's good. Good score. The cigar at the very last third, the spice kind of picked up, more bready notes. The original grape S flavor I had went away. I'd rate this cigar about a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. It was a good cigar, but
Nice.
I felt for how much this cigar cost, it should have been better. So I'd say 7.5.
Okay.
7.5 or 8.
Like if that cigar was, let's say, $30, what would you give it?
Let's say you just price out of the way, probably still 7.5 or an 8. The flavors were good, but I don't know. I kind of expected a lot more out of the cigar, personally, just because of how hyped the cigar is. But it was still a good cigar. I'd smoke it again.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Maybe I try it. Maybe I try it one more time and I'd like it more. What about you?
A 7.
Eileen, same.
That's it.
Yeah, it's alright. It's great.
It's above average.
Yeah, it's above the average. It's better than most of the cigars I smoke.
That's a good cigar, man. It's 7. Like
Oh yeah.
you'll have that dream again, not a nightmare.
Yeah, it's not a nightmare.
No,
Cool. Are you?
my bad.
The Olmec. All I tasted at the last third was like, I don't know, woodiness and cardboard. It wasn't my favorite, honestly. Maybe like a 5.5 for the Olmec. The Maduro, that one was tasty though. That's like a 7.5 for me.
You said that was a 5.5?
Yeah, 5.5. Yeah.
It's like barely above average.
But it was probably because, well, I smoked. How many cigars did I smoke before?
That was your 3rd cigar that night.
Yeah. Shit. Maybe that has to do with
And
something.
in case people don't know, our grading scale is 10 being the best, most perfect cigar you've ever
Like,
smoked.
that is the perfect
That is
cigar.
the best cigar you ever smoked. So you're not going to see a lot of 10s or 9s on this show. 5 being an average, meaning we would probably smoke it again, but are you looking for it? Not necessarily. And anything under 5 is, I'm definitely not picking this back up pretty much. A 4 is an okay cigar, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if it was the only thing you had left around, you'd smoke it again.
Mhm.
But 3 2s and 1s, pretty much get it out of here.
And if anything achieves a 0, please file for bankruptcy. Just shut down your whole operation. You're hurting people. But yeah, guys, like, thanks for joining us as always, and until next time.
Happy New Year's.
And don't inhale.
Peace.